Let's do one more of these tainted hard, or not tainted hard. Yeah, tainted hard modes. No. Not happening. Never happening. Not happening. I will do a different hard, like, tainted character. Okay, so Samson's whole thing is that he goes berserk and can't die, I think. And has, like, a ridiculously quick melee attack when he does. I hate that they made that change. Alright, Epiphora is whatever. Stop it. Why are buttons so bad? Why are buttons always bad? Always bad. Okay, so I'm kind of purposely baiting these guys. Luck up is good. So that's Samson's gimmick. Is that sometimes he enrages. And then you have a certain amount of time while you're enraged for something? I don't know. Oh jeez, why is this an invisible champion? That sucks. No, stop it. Stop it. Like, I'm in general not a fan of these particular enemies. Okay. Oh jeez, I was looking I was looking to see if anyone had said anything in chat. Yeah, he gets an ass's jawbone. You guys, like, talk. Please? But yes, he gets the jawbone of an ass. Which was actually one of the, like, original Binding of Isaac mods, I think, was to give Samson an ass. I mean, a jawbone. What? No, that's a shitty item. Hey, Dardex. Sabzi, that is not at all what I meant. I meant, like, make conversation. This is not... Please go to a doctor. How go the runs? Not terrible, but not great. Like, I'm doing tainted characters, so it's intentionally a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. But I wouldn't say they're going bad. They're just kind of going. I'm trying to, like, figure out how some of these guys work. Dead body longs, give pyramid head back his ass, if only. Sabzi, please go see a doctor. You live in a country that has better healthcare than the United States, so you don't have the excuse of, oh shit, I'm poor, like we do here. Alright, tears up is fine. The only thing I don't like about Samson when he enrages is, like, you have to spam the button. That's the only thing I don't like about it. Ah, yes, American healthcare. Yeah, it's kind of shit. It's... American healthcare is this room. This room specifically. Full of shit. Please stop making me take damage. Thanks, video game. Stop giving me Lazarus's rags. I'm not taking it. It's worse than shit because it actually seeks to steal your money. Insurance is a scam. Insurance is a scam. Like, the whole idea of insurance is a scam. Monetizing people's health is a bad thing. Especially when you're incentivized to not provide care. It's bullshit. American healthcare is like wrestling, it's entertainment, but not for real. Like, the idea that you should be able to turn anyone away because they can't afford to live is asinine. Like, that's absolutely insane to me. But, like, you should never incentivize care because you have people over a barrel. Like, what's the option? Oh, what? I'm not going to pay you and then die? But insurance in general is just a scam. In the same way, like, I think car insurance is a scam. Car insurance is a fucking scam. You'll go years without getting into an accident, pay thousands of dollars. Could you guys fuck off? Pay thousands of dollars over the years to make it so that your car is insured because you get special rates through insurance that you as a individual citizen can't get. And then when something happens and you get the people who have your insurance to pay for it, and they're like, okay, so you've been paying us for the past, 18 years and you've never had a car accident, and now you've had one car accident. Fucking bombs. I don't give a fuck about your profit margins. Like, you've had one accident, they pay you a pittance, basically. After you've paid them for thousands of dollars, they go out of their way to find reasons to write the car off as a total loss. And then these motherfuckers have the audacity to say, well, you've been in an accident and we need to recoup our losses from you, so we're going to raise your insurance rates. Motherfucker, what about all the money that I've been paying you for the past 12 years? I could have put that money in a fucking shoebox in the back of my closet, paid for it out of pocket, and still had money left over. Insurance is a fucking scam. And the only reason that it works out the way it does is because, like, if you were to go to a mechanic for, say you fucked up your windshield. If you go to a mechanic and pay for it out of pocket, it's going to cost you, let's say $700. I'm just making a number up. But the insurance company has a deal with them, so it costs them $400. Of course, you're going to pay for $200 of it out of pocket because that's what your deductible is. But it costs them like half the price because they have special rates, which is bullshit. So, like, yeah, sure, I could easily just save up the money, but in doing so, I'm not going to get their fancy schmancy special rates, which is horseshit. And it's the same thing with, like, health insurance, where if you go and do something with your, you break a leg, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to fix. But if you go to your insurance and say, hey, you broke my leg, it's only going to cost you the leg. Because that's how insurance works. It's a scam, baby. It's horseshit. And the worst part is that we have idiots. We have fucking morons who will say, I don't want to have universal health care because what if the immigrants get it? I don't want to be paying for them to get it. Motherfucker, you already are. Do you have any idea how much money they take out of your paycheck every month for your insurance, which is designed in such a way that everyone is supposed to be able to use it in case there are people who can't pay? Because that's what happens, is if someone can't pay, it's taken out of you. And if they can pay and no one else is using it, you're still paying for your insurance. It's still coming out of your paycheck even if you don't use it. So all you're doing is lining some asshole CEO's pockets so that he can buy a third fucking yacht. But you're okay with that. You're fine with some jackass getting a third fucking boat to show off, as long as someone who's poor in a different skin color than you doesn't get to use it. God, I hate people. I fucking hate humanity. People are the worst. Ah. Sorry, you got me on a fucking tear. This is something I have very strong feelings about. And I know there's a lot of streamers who are like, we don't talk politics or real life or religion here. No, fuck you. I'll talk about that shit all the goddamn time. Also, what fell off my desk? I don't know what fell. I need to figure it out. Because it's gonna bug me if I don't. Where did this quarter on my desk? Where did this even come from? This should be with the other quarters in my bedroom. I support a single payer system. We should definitely go a step further than that. Amnesia, great. Speaking of tears, my ass. I 100% support a single payer system. Just have the government deal with it. Because then, the best part about a single payer system is that the government can say, look, you're gonna sell this insulin for this amount, and they're gonna go, but we can't make a profit then. And the government is gonna go, you can sell it for this amount, or you cannot sell it at all. I am no stranger to talking politics, and I will rant for hours. Seriously, there's a lot of people who are like, I don't want to get into that in my stream. This is a safe place where people can come and enjoy things, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck you. We'll talk about politics all goddamn day. I don't care. I have no qualms with bitching about politics. I enjoy it. I didn't find the item room, did I? Sorry, baby plum, it has to be done. So sorry. Can contributions? Citizens United is the worst decision the Supreme Court has ever made, and I think that everyone who said that it was constitutional should be raked over the coals. There should be no money in politics at all. Beat him up, Plum. Yep, beating up the Plum. I'm very sorry. It hurt my soul, but it had to be done. Campaign contributions are bullshit. Super PACs are a corruption of the entirety of the political system, and they should be outlawed. Especially, and this is a completely different tear, but it's one I'm going to go on for a hot second. But the idea that you need money to run for election just makes it so that the only people who are eligible to run for election are people who are old and wealthy. And if we look at things like the whole bit about how the president is like in his 70s and Congress, like the median age in the Senate is something like 63 or 68, they're old gentrified fuckheads. The vast majority of them are so unbelievably out of touch with what the average person needs in their daily life that they have no idea. Assuming they wanted to, we're gonna give people the benefit of the doubt and assume that, where the fuck is my item room? Assume that politicians actually looked out for the constituents, which they don't, but we'll pretend. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt and pretend that elected officials want to look out for their constituents. Again, they don't. We'll pretend. If they did, the people who are currently in politics are so out of touch with what the average person is living that they would never be able to, like, reasonably vote for anything the average person needs, wants, or does. Because they're just completely separate from it in every facet. We did find the item room. You guys didn't tell me that. Right, it was the spacebar item. Because, I mean, think about it. I'm fucking poor. Like, at the end of the day, I'm poor. I'm okay with that. I have a decent job, and I mean, I make above minimum wage. I think at my job, I make something like just shy of $17 an hour, which is good money. I'm happy with my job. Reminds me of the Zuckerberg congressional hearing. Yeah, but he's a robot. Like, I like my job. I have a full-time job in addition to this, which is why, like, I don't, whenever someone, like, subs or donates, I feel guilty about it because I honestly don't need it. Like, not in the way that some people do. But, like, I have a day job, and my day job isn't even that bad. My day job is reasonable. But, like, things are so expensive around here. If we were to add up my car payment, my phone bills, plus everything else. You're perfect. Don't call me honey, mommy. That's horrifying. Never again. Like, if we were to add up all of my bills, to get an apartment on my own, I would have no money. I would have zero money in my bank account. I only have money that I do because I basically don't pay rent. And I'm not gonna bitch about that, but let's be real, I'm fucking poor. I am like in the top 10% simply because I don't have a ridiculous amount of college debt, which has its own detriments if we're going to be completely honest. Not having a like bachelor's degree in anything is its own problem. But I understand that I'm in a nice position because of that, where I don't have like, you know, $70,000 or $80,000 in college debt, but I'm still fucking poor. And so my senators, and I have decent senators because I'm from Virginia, so, you know, they're Democrats who are on the level. Shrug. In air quotes. Like, they say the correct things and they vote on the correct things, but, you know, they're still politicians. Like, it's Tim Kaine and Mark Warner, and these guys have been in politics since before I was alive. They're so unbelievably out of touch with my life that they would have no idea. And the fucking Congress critter that I have is some asshole who would gladly get down on his knees to suck Trump off. Like, he would dance for that chance. But again, and I've seen the flyers that motherfucker sends out, he is so unbelievably out of touch with the rest of humanity that it's not even worth trying to talk to him, because, you know, they're just gonna fucking send me to voicemail and then delete it. They don't fucking care. They're not here to help us. Interesting, I cannot swing. Oh man, the tainted characters are just not all that fun. I'm not gonna lie. These definitely feel like challenge characters. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with Biznap. These feel like challenge characters, not characters that you should have to do all of the unlocks with. I think I'm gonna cheese it. I think we've tried, and I'm just gonna cheese the unlocks. Ouch. But like, I make decent money, but because of the way that the state of the world is these days, like, even making decent money, you're still fucked, basically. Like, I will never be a homeowner because it's almost impossible to be. And that's before you get into the weirdness of, like, how there are certain companies that are out here purchasing up every possible house that goes on list for 20% over asking price in cash. Which is... Gotta think about that for a minute, don't you? So, like, the idea of becoming a homeowner is just a fool's errand these days. This is not a great boss for this item. Yeah, this is kind of bad. And I mean, I would love to own a home one day, but I don't ever see it happening because, like, houses are fucking expensive, man. Okay, so we have decent tiers. I'm gonna skip that. And like, even apartments around here, I've looked. If I were to get an apartment around here, it would take more than one of my entire paychecks just for rent. And that's not counting all the other things that I would have to pay for, like, you know, cable and shit. If I were to get internet and have rent, plus my car payment, which thank goodness I've almost paid my car off, I would have no money. I would have zero money. Yeah, but that's because you live in a city, Sabzi. I don't. Houses around here have, like, yards and stuff. You're the one who chose to live in a city. So, you know, not all of us are going to be in the same position where we have neighbors who are, you know... Like, yeah, townhouses exist in the United States, but... It's not the same here. Fuck's sake. Could you... Thanks. Fuck's sake! How do I keep walking into this shit? Such a weird noise. The whole mentality of this character of just go faster, faster, faster is really kind of bad. Anyway, Point being is, like, I've looked at apartment prices just for, like, a single one-bedroom apartment, and it's astronomical. Maybe with the car paid off, I'd think about it, but, like, if we add up things like my phone bill and how much everything that's not included in actual rent would be, even the cheapest, shittiest places in the country, or, like, within reasonable distance to my job, and I live out in the middle of nowhere, is still, like, we're talking, you know, $1,200 for rent, $800 for the cheapest, shittiest, most rat-infested garbage places. You know, the places where the person doesn't... Oh, hey, this is a really good item. Hey, fuck you. And you. Thank you. But yeah, like, I've looked. Don't forget big bugs and lies. Yeah, basically. Like, I have looked, and it's just not reasonable. It's an entirely unrealistic way to live. There was a thing, like, I was watching, this morning, I was watching this week's, whatchamacallit, Last Week Tonight, and they were talking about, housing discrimination, which I'm not going to say isn't a real thing. It's 100% a real thing, and it is something that is serious and historical and absolute horseshit with the way redlining worked, etc., etc., etc. So I'm not going to downplay that. But one of the things that they talk about is, like, one of the easiest and quickest ways to accrue wealth is to have land, because land values pretty much always go up. However, while that used to be, like, super true, it's not so much anymore, because the ability to actually, like, buy a place to live, it's almost impossible nowadays. So, like, my grandparents' generation and my parents' generation, yeah, they could buy a house and everything would be fucking kosher. Me? Never gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. I will never be able to afford a house, as much as I would love to. Maybe if I had, like, a second or third income and passive money that I was making, plus, like, where's he coming up? Plus, like, you know, nice, what's what I'm looking for? Tax incentives and stuff, maybe. But as it stands right now, nah, it's just not happening. Like, we've been priced out of it. Our future is null and void. Let's go check out the shop. And so as much as I would love to be in a position where I could accrue wealth by purchasing land, it's just not going to happen. Because we've been priced out of it. Houses are super expensive. You need multiple incomes nowadays. What does Airwalk do again? Makes you massive or something? Slows down enemies. Minus walk speed, minus shot speed. Interesting. Okay. Absolutely multiple incomes? Yep. Absolutely. I don't know, it's completely unreasonable the way that the world works these days. Stop eating my wisps! Bastages? Super inflated prices completely unchanged from the real market, pretty much. And like I said, add to that the fact that, like, it's pretty much a known thing that there's certain companies out there that are just buying up every piece of possible property way above list price because they want to turn it into rental homes. And it's not even like, you know, a guy who has a second home because he bought a house and then his parents died and now he has a rental home. You know, like his parents inherited, or he inherited one from his parents, and so he's renting it out to the community at a reasonable price. No, it's like board companies that just want to make as much money as possible, and they don't care how many people's lives they fuck over in the process. I have no damage, by the way. I have, like, no damage. But it's the same people who are like, they look at the stock market and they're like, well, the stock market's doing well, so obviously the economy's doing fine. The stock market isn't the economy, you fuckhead. Oh, right, I can't swing while... Look at how slow he is. So I'm kind of wanting this because I don't want to lose the, I don't want to lose the, whatchamacallit. What the hell is it called? Eternal Heart. I'm just gonna leave. I don't know. Economics are stupid. Let's talk about something else. I'm done with this. I'm done with politics and shit. I can't believe we kept one of the wisps. Sorry, you guys got me on a rant, and I can rant about that kind of thing for quite a while, but like I do have very strong feelings about it. And I will never shy away from chit-chatting about those things. Because I think it's important to talk about. Oh hey, shoot the loop again. 0 new cases today? Good. 0 new cases that you know about. Just remember, it's always 0 new cases that you know about. Yeah, but she lives in Australia, so... No, you ate one of my wisps. Rude. Rude. Yeah, mystery stack is fine, I guess. Let's see what's in here. Meh. Okay, so we don't know where the boss is yet, so let's keep exploring. Oh, lucky... Nice! Double lucky penny. That's awesome. You don't see that very often. Stop eating my wisps! Hold on. I have an itch on my back that's like... You ever get one of those ones that's like right where your fingertips end and you have to grab your elbow and push it down? Yeah, that was one of those. Okay. Nice. I have no idea how much health I have. I could have like 0 health. Oh, there was a tinted rock I skipped. I need to go get that. I need to go get that. I'm gonna go get that tinted rock I missed. Oh, wait. So I'm gonna buy this now. Where was that tinted rock? I think it was in this room below this one. No. One more? Aha. Okay, health are good. Health are good. Okay, back to where we were. Ow. Oh wow, we're already here? Okay. Hey, stop it, stop it. Ugh, why did it have to be Blue Mom? Okay, so we've taken red heart damage now. When it runs out, it just fucking wrecks me. Tried watching the Olympics. I have not paid any attention to the Olympics. I do not care. Are they any good? Are they entertaining at all? What the? Okay. We're done with tainted characters for a while.